welcome to the BioClean Unfiltered podcast. My name is Rhea, and I'm so excited to have John Fahey here with the Washington Wolfpack. It's the arena football team that just started in Everett, and I'm so excited because the season just started. Yes. We're ready to go. I'm going to read your bio really quick because I want people to know who you are. Okay, do you mind if I do that?
No,
okay.
No, yeah.
But John, you are the VP of Partnerships and Community Outreach for the Washington Wolfpack,
yes,
right?
That's
okay,
correct.
And then which is a professional arena football team. You also sit on the board of the One Community Foundation, the nonprofit sister organization to the team, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, yeah. What you do with that. But you're also the founder and CEO of the Vacation Angel Network, which you own, and you own the Seattle Donut Boat Rental Company on Lake Union in Seattle. Is that right?
Many hats. I know. It sounds crazy.
We were talking like you're a vagabond, right? Yeah. You're an author, a former TED Talk speaker, and a frequent guest and contributor to local national television shows, particularly on segments related to Pacific Northwest travel. You just were talking about you're in Bellingham doing a segment on a radio show.
Yeah,
so you've got so much going on.
I'm running all over the place.
I appreciate you coming on here and being on my podcast.
Well, all of that stuff, this is my favorite moment.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. Yeah. Well, that's of course. Why not, right?
Yeah, right.
But I asked you, and I know it was kind of last minute, but I wanted to promote the Wolfpack because the season's starting.
Right.
We need more people watching these games. It's a fun organization that's happening in Everett, and I'm just really proud of it and happy that you're here. And
I appreciate you having me. That's the thing that we're in. This will be at the start of our third season, and it's it's a process getting people to know that we exist and getting the word out. So I'm racing around spreading the gospel of the Washington Wolfpack everywhere I can go. So being able to come on your podcast,
we were just talking about you do a lot.
But this is penny, it's pennies from heaven for us. Just everybody who hears about us, and
that's great.
Is a win for us. So.
I'm so excited. Well, I wanted to ask you, for those that may not know and are listening, what is the Washington Wolfpack and how did it get started? Let's talk about that. Okay,
so we are the professional arena football team that plays in the Angels of the Wind Arena in Everett. We're members of the AF1. The AF1 was the original arena football when it was really invented in the 80s. That's how it all got started, and they went all the way through until COVID, and then during COVID, they were shut down. They couldn't play for 2 seasons, so they had to, like a lot of these kind of smaller sports organizations. The league folded and then it reorganized when COVID came, and they wanted to have a team here in the Pacific Northwest. So they approached a group here, and this group of 3 really civic-minded people who just they liked what they were hearing and they wanted to do something cool for the North Sound community. So they put the whole thing together. I say they kind of fell ass backwards into this whole thing, if I can say that.
You
can. And really started this process that was probably bigger than any of them thought.
Yes.
And now it's been a building process. And it's gotten better each year.
It's gotten bigger since it started.
Yes, it has.
People are starting to hear who Washington Wolfpack is.
Our goal is to one day be kind of a household name around here, like maybe the Silver Tips would be, or the Aqua Sox. We want to be the third spoke in that wheel of professional sports.
But what sets the Wolfpack separate from those teams? Like
from the local. Yes. I mean, I guess for that I just say a different sport.
It is way different sport.
The Silver Tips, the hockey team.
Someone asked me like, "Is that rugby?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
It can be tough to keep track. Silver Tips are the hockey team, and the Aqua Sox are the baseball team. So different sports, but really kind of in the same community and pulling from the same kind of sports fans. And arena football, it's really exciting. It's kind of I would call it the marriage of hockey and football, because it's like the NFL. Analogy. It's very similar rules, but it's played in the actual hockey rink. So, your whole arena is only 50 yards long. It's like 28 and a half yards wide, and it is super fast paced. The plays just go. It's all the scores can be, NFL, you have a 10 to 18 score or whatever, 21 to 10, and ours can be 90 to 72. So it's back and forth. Wow. It's exciting. Sometimes you think you're out of the game, and then next thing you know, it's 3 straight runbacks and you're right back in it, or vice versa.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fun.
That sounds exciting. I know. I got to go to my first game. I know we're season ticket holders. We're going next weekend.
I love it. Okay.
I know. I'm excited.
I'm excited for that too.
How, like in 3 words, what would you explain? How would you explain the brand of the Wolfpack and why?
Three, I would say,
or more,
family-friendly entertainment.
Oh,
like that's our whole goal. We started out really trying to do sports entertainment, and it became really apparent to us that this is really about families. And the goal, I heard a cool story one time about Costco, about Jim Senegal, and he was doing those hot dogs that you can get. And at the time, he came in and he said, I want to sell a hot dog and a Coke for $1.50.
Yeah.
Make that happen. Not how much does it cost and then how much are we going to charge, but make that happen.
Just make it happen.
And that was kind of the motto of our team was we want to be able to get a family of 4 into a high caliber sporting event for $100 with parking and food and maybe a t-shirt on top of it.
Sure.
So make that happen. So that was the goal, is just to have something that, the NFL, I love it. I love the Seahawks, and we all do. But gosh, it's really expensive. You want to take a family down to see one of those.
Sports is getting bigger and bigger, I feel like.
I think for that reason, it's affordable and it's fun.
It's affordable and it's fun. I mean, so when you say that and you say, so community is a big part of your role too. With the Wolfpack. I mean, it's
the real reason they founded the team. They wanted to build something that the community could be proud of, that would bring people together. They wanted to build an entertaining, event that people could attend. And then the real reason, I think one of the reasons I am excited to be a part of it is they are all about giving back. It's about building something that uplifts the community, economically serves as an engine to build the North Sound community.
Sure.
And then through our sister organization, the One Community Foundation, which you mentioned, just doing a tremendous amount of giving back to the community and doing good things.
Yeah. So for someone that's listening that we're just hearing about Wolfpack. So AF1 League, did they approach the owners like, hey, we got this idea. We want to do arena football in Everett.
Yeah. When the original arena team came out of COVID, that's when they approached a group of people here.
Okay.
And they were looking for different locations in the state. They wanted something in the state. So the owners are just, this is where they come from. They're Snohomish County people. They grew up, from Edmonds up to, Skagit and Whatcom.
Awesome guys.
Super great people.
Yes.
And, we make the joke, nobody's getting into the arena football team business to get rich.
No. I think any business.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. But so they're doing it. It's all about building up the community, building up something cool, and making things more fun in the North Sound.
There's so many exciting things happening that you guys are doing. Okay, so what can someone expect though when they go to a Washington Wolfpack game? So
I think what's kind of cool, what we really work on is, we want to put together a good football. So if you're a football fan, it's going to be fun. But I keep coming back to this family entertainment thing. The whole thing starts at the tailgate 3 hours before. And so we have this really cool tailgate party that we have at our new headquarters, which we just bought downtown.
Yes.
And it's very family friendly. It's this whole community of fans that come together, and our team will be there. And so right off the bat, the kids are interacting with the team. They're tossing balls. They're getting autographs.
And for little kids, it's like, I just met a star. You know what I mean?
It really is. They don't really even know the difference. So, and then when they come into the arena, same thing. It's just, we're really engaged, and if you, the owner, or one of the main owners, they're all out there shaking hands, talking to fans.
Nice.
They know the fans. The players are out there. Our quarterback is warming up, and he'll turn and he'll toss the ball, into the fan, and the kids will grab them, they'll give them back. And then one of the cool things about arena football is, if the ball goes into the fans, which it often does, as do the players, by the way. When that happens, if you catch the ball, you get to keep it. So even on one end of the field, even on the field goals, if it goes through the field goal and you catch it, you get to keep it. So there's this kind of fun, it's almost like this riot of
intimate,
kids. Whenever they tee up to do a kickoff, this riot of kids runs around to the back on the concourse, and they're all in this kind of scrum.
You kind of feel like you're part of the team too.
Yeah. So it's really, it's more than just football. It's super fun. We have all kinds of events, giveaways, parachutes coming down. We have a ball toss at halftime. We had a country singer come in and play at the halftime, which is really cool. So we're always trying to make, it's a show we're putting on with great football, but it's also just, if your kids don't come away just happy for having been there, then we're disappointed.
I know so many families that are always looking for a good family time that's affordable and fun.
Or just to get these kids off the screens.
Get them off the screens to, get them just going somewhere and enjoying something. Yeah.
We'll talk about this later, but part of our One Community Foundation is we have a mentorship program. So all of our players, they all come from all over the country. Yes. And they're required to spend a day of the week mentoring kids in the local school districts, usually at-risk kids or economically challenged kids. Yeah. So they get to know these kids, and then through various partners of ours who help support us, a lot of these kids get to come in to see a professional sports game, which they otherwise wouldn't get to see. And they come in and they already know the players because the players have been at their school and taught them, athletic skills and worked on them.
Let's talk about that. Okay. That's amazing because you said they're from all over the country. So there's a recruitment process, like football.
Well, I should say this. You were asking about it. These are really high caliber athletes.
Yes, let's clarify that because people might think, these are just local sports players. No, they're
a lot of them are NFL players that maybe didn't make the team this year and they want to stay relevant. They're still hoping to get back into the league, or they're hoping to get into the CFL or some other league, and then a lot of them maybe even got drafted and made the camp and didn't make it to the team, so they're coming with us, and people are always looking to recruit out of our league, which we both love and hate. But
I mean that's sports, right?
So these are high caliber athletes, and we've had some great local athletes. Austin Joyner, for example, is a UW athlete who played for us, but there's most of the players that come and play for like the University of Washington or whatever are also recruited from away. Yeah. So many of our players, I would say the vast majority come from, Texas down in the South from all over the country, and we bring them here.
Okay.
And so
you're watching a real game of high,
so you're watching really high caliber football, and and these, there are amazing teams that come and play here at home, and we go on the road and play some amazing teams all over the country too. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have like tryouts, or it's mainly recruiting?
It's really the league's developed so much. We do an open tryout in the fall, and every once in a while you'll catch a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, I know, but it's hard.
But by and large, to field a very competitive team, we have to do some recruiting and put out the right pay.
So, like you said, the league's evolving. It's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger. Well, it's interesting. It was really kind of at its zenith right before COVID, and then that was a huge setback. That was a huge setback for a lot of different businesses that rely on public entertainment, and so it was. I will say it was a little shaky coming back out of COVID, and
like a lot of businesses,
and a lot of and I think especially when we first had our first season, there maybe people were still a little gun shy about being in public places, and all of that. So they really worked to solidify the league. It was the AF1 came out of the solidification of the league to make sure that teams were kind of viable.
That's amazing.
So now we're just watching it year after year get bigger, and I can feel a sort of a tipping point of arena football is back.
So
right now.
Like NFL, is AF1 very supportive of the teams? Are they
absolutely? Yeah. No, the league's been great.
Each
team has a little bit of ownership in the league, a stake in the game, and the league is there to support and make sure it's stable, which is it's critical for trying to build the organization.
And then, so I want to talk about growth that you guys are having because you just bought space. You're doing so much construction right now. You're growing. So how is that right now for you guys?
Well, the other kind of little component here in the North Sound is there's been some other arena football teams that have come through, never with the original league and never with a strong league like this. So we're and I think people have seen them come and maybe go, and so there's a little bit of concern. Are we here to stay, or are we just another kind of flash in the pan? So, but we have our ownership team. They have a real strong business acumen. These are, they're very successful business people who are very sports minded, and so part of their plan was to kind of set their flag down here. Good. And so we just purchased a $3.2 million piece of property about 500 feet from the Angel of the Winds Arena where we play.
Saw that,
and that'll be our headquarters, and that'll be also it's the old Martin Lumber building, if you're familiar with that.
Yes,
and so inside the old lumber yard,
I know when you talked about that, I was like, what?
Yeah, no,
they're not. Oh my God, they're really mean it. You guys mean it now.
That'll be our training facility, and then eventually we're working with the city. It'll eventually be a small event center as well. That will be another thing that's kind of community building.
Yeah.
But for us, I think it's really kind of making the statement that we are very serious about this, that we are here to stay, that we want to be, we want to be.
City of Everett, they're
City of Everett and the whole
supportive.
North Sound and the City of Everett.
North Sound. Oh,
wow. They've been great. The whole Everett has been on such a renaissance.
It has, right?
If people haven't been down to the waterfront in a few years, which I hadn't, you got to get down there and check it out.
It's growing so incredibly. Like, I am just shocked at all the things that are happening. Back in the day, Everett's like, Everett, I don't know. But now it's like, let's go to Everett. Let's go to the waterfront.
Kind of all of them are.
Let's go to the coffee shops.
Marysville, Arlington.
All of it. But Everett's the Snohomish County city,
the
right?
Epicenter of it,
epicenter.
Yeah, for sure.
And so when I go there, I'm seeing all the coffee shops, the bookstores, the businesses thriving, and the waterfront that is amazing and
cool.
Beautiful.
Really
What a perfect time for Wolfpack to be here.
Well, that's the hope. Yeah.
So,
we hit the time. I guess we're bullish. We are bullish on the North Sound.
You guys are very bold.
Yes, that's how I would describe it.
Let's just do it, guys. Let's see what happens.
Give it a shot. Sure.
Let's give it a shot.
What could go wrong?
I don't know. A lot, but still great. Good for you guys to take that leap. Yeah. And the leap for the community, because I think that's something that we need.
Well, and you can tell because everyone has been so supportive. Yeah. I mentioned I do the corporate partnerships, and so that's a lot of, you reach out to people and hope to get them involved, and the real enthusiasm. People take my calls, and they're excited, and they'll sit and talk and hear what we're doing, and we get to hear a lot about what everyone else is doing too.
Right.
So it's kind of this virtuous cycle, this positive feedback loop.
I know for myself, I have friends that already. My husband is booked tickets with our friends from down south, because they're like, no way, you have an arena football team? That's so cool. And so the spicy is there. Like, everyone's excited, and I feel that a lot in the community.
And if once we get them out, I think to the games, I think they really drink the Kool-Aid. Yes. You can kind of catch the flavor for what we've got going on. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Community One a little bit now, because I want to, because the Wolfpack, you're impacting the community beyond the field,
right?
Which is amazing. I am all about, everyone knows me, like,
yes,
we move with purpose, community. So talk about more what Community One is doing.
So it's the One Community,
One Community
Foundation, and no, that's fine. And so this is common for sports teams. They're very separate organizations, but the One Community, the Wolfpack lends its platform, its fan base, and our it lends that to helping build and fund the One Community Foundation. And then the One Community Foundation is all about giving back. So we have our my favorite one is our Wolfpack Buddies. That's the mentorship program.
That's the team members.
And so the team members will actually go out and interact with, and interestingly enough, I think the team members, it might be their favorite part of the whole experience.
I bet.
These guys
it
really
gives them something rewarding.
Really good dudes on the team. Every year, I'm not supposed to play favorites, but this year the guys, it's one of the coolest.
I saw a video on social media. It's one
of the coolest groups we've had. And just these guys, they train hard, and then to take time and go out and do this, and we ask that they do it as kind of part of their contract, but it's never everyone. There's other things they can do, but that's the one that they all kind of flock to.
Oh, sure.
So we do that. The mentorship program, we'll do camps this summer for people that are economically disadvantaged kids, and they're trying to teach them the value of competition, of kindness, of working together as a team. So that's cool. And then because we have groups coming to the arena, we have an opportunity to do food drives, clothing drives, and toys drives. So we'll bring all that kind of stuff together and do some fundraising to support a lot of the local charities. So Esther's House is a big beneficiary of ours, as you know, and others. And then we use the team and our Wolfpack Community Council, which is our fan groups, and they'll come together. This will speak to you. We've built like ADA compliant ramps for families that needed them.
So
like a good old fashioned barn raising.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Ours are not as pretty as yours.
But no, but the fact that you're even doing that and helping people out,
that was the whole plan from the get go. Is I know the owners. The owners wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't about that. If you didn't have that. One kind of feeds the other. So
if someone's listening right now and saying someone in need, how would they go to you?
That's you can go.
Children
You can go
join.
right to the One Community Foundation,
Okay.
and it explains a lot of what we do. And we'll had
post that link.
we definitely will. Tremendous support from the community that comes in and backs us there too.
Okay.
And you can, you and I know some of the same people in the business community.
Mm-hmm.
We have someone who's offered to donate a heat pump. For a family that is in need, or we have some plumber friends of ours, and they're like,
Sure.
we'll help out if we can. So we have a council that kind of takes requests, keeps their ear to the ground, and just it's you find a need and you try and plug it as best we can.
As best you can. When you get in the nonprofit world, you want to help everybody, but it's hard.
It is kind of hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
But okay, so what is a win look in your role though as VP?
So I do corporate partnerships.
Yes.
And so a win for me is, our corporate partners are businesses large and small.
Sure.
Some of them, the larger businesses like Penske, truck rentals, they're a great supporter of ours. Bosch Tools, these are national brands.
Yeah.
They're just looking to build their brand a little bit, but really, help out the community. They want to. They're doing business and they want to let the community know that they're giving back. And so those ones are great. I love those ones. The vast majority of them are smaller businesses, and for them, they're building their brand a little bit, but they really want to get a return on investment. So if they're helping us, if they're supporting us, we want to make sure that our fan base is coming back around and giving them business. So a win for me, it's pretty easy. I come through on game 3 and I've been talking to people throughout the games and we talk and we make sure, is this working? Are you getting are you getting business? Are you getting the awareness that you need?
Sure.
And if they are, and it's clear that they are, then I know they'll be back next year. So that's an easy win. If they're not, we're a young enough and hungry enough organization that we're going to stop and say, okay, well, what can we do better?
Right.
So
I know. I think that also businesses being a part of something like this also should know that there's a purpose behind it too.
There is. And when you partner up with the kind of the cool secret of sports, of any sports, the reason sports is such a big thing in America is, you can put a billboard up and says, Joe's whatever, and that's great. And it makes people aware that you're there. But when you are partnered up and with the team, I think people understand we're trying to keep ticket prices low. It's because of our partners. And so when it comes time to get an electrician, we're going to go to Accurate Electric because they support the team. When it comes time to get a plumber, we're going to go to Alpine Plumbing, Howie, Howie. These are real people, family-owned businesses, and our fan bases, it becomes a real community where they're going to come and do that. I should be listing all of my partners because they're all kind of they've become
if they
friends.
Need video, we have Snohomish Film Company.
So that's a win. Yeah, Snohomish Film Company, one of some of our great partners. So so it's a win for us.
It's a win for everyone.
And I hope it's a win for everyone.
The circle is here.
Yeah.
And
for your business, it's especially for BioClean. I don't know that we met, and I always say this. I'll meet with anyone. And I'm always surprised at what we can get done. Yeah. But I don't know that you're going to have somebody in the arena there that's, oh, BioClean, yes, I need that right now.
No, I don't think so.
But it might be in their mind. But for us, you're probably going to do a team building party at one of our events. So then and
now we have the construction side.
And now you have the construction, which is a way better fit.
Yeah,
now
totally.
I'll be coming for you.
I mean, not but death stuff doesn't resonate with you, John.
It's a part of life.
Well, yes, and I love that we all work together, to try to help each other out all the time. And I love the networking community we're in together that does that in time of need. Yeah.
I know what a win for us is. A win for us is if we can keep ticket prices low and come back next year with a good team.
Yes,
year after year.
Yes,
and the corporate partners are
and they are low. They are very low. That it's great
by design.
By design.
We want people in the arena having fun.
Yes. And that's the point of that is people having fun, families having fun and supporting the community. So What do brands, well, we just talked about the brands, but I know there's an ROI there, but what are brands getting from Wolfpack that they can't get elsewhere, you think?
I think that's probably it. Our fan bases, we're really connected with them.
Yeah.
It's not just an ad that you hear on the radio.
Yes.
This is the company that's supporting the team.
It's not just like up on the screen or whatever.
Which is valuable. Don't get me wrong.
It's
The repetition, that's all valuable, but really the understanding that this is a company that's giving back, to the community and that is helping support something that we love, that my kids enjoy.
Yeah.
It's goodwill, it's branding, but the ROI is, if you've seen, some of our partners in the arena, if you've heard them, seen them up on the Jumbotron, if you've seen our social media, then when your pipe does break, or when your HVAC goes down, or whatever happens, you think, well, I got to go to someone.
Yeah, you do.
And I shouldn't say this. I will say this though. We've had one partner in particular that we went through a year with them, and we started hearing some bad things about their business, and we just opted not to partner up with them again. So we take it very seriously. We have hardworking, great people that we partner up with.
That you align with.
They say everybody's money is just as green. That's not for us. I don't.
It's not as much money as they have. It's really you align with them and their.
We when you go and meet with all these people, you have to be like, I want to make sure that we're doing right by you guys.
Right.
And there's a vetting process. We're kind of like an Angie's List.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's what we aspire to be.
There should be a vetting list for sure. So what are the industries you're partnering with that are really receptive to you right now? I mean, is it in contractors? Is it just everything?
I think,
nonprofits.
Everett, is it fair to say that Everett's a bit of a blue collar town?
Yes,
it's Boeing is probably the main industry.
That's why everyone loves it.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. And so we really are in those kind of the trade spaces. One of the primary owners, his business is he's a rep for Plumbing Supply up in 13 West Coast states. So he's working with a lot of, different contractors and that kind of thing. And it's weird in the sense that, as we all get together for our season ticket holder events, it becomes this kind of a funny little networking.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
So we've got all these tradespeople and coming together.
I had a podcast with Ashley Bolden and Cammie Anthony, and they're Everett realtor. And I called it Grit City.
Everett, Grit City. Oh, that's what you call it. Yeah.
Because I came from Tacoma. Tacoma's Grit City. And I feel like they're similar. Everyone's just so hardworking.
It is really that. I feel that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
everybody's out, hustling up business and trying to deliver. Yeah.
But I know we're talking about the great things, but for you, John, like what are the struggles in selling partnerships? I mean, what are those struggles for you?
Well, what's a struggle for selling? Nothing. It's easy. Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, God, I need to go work with you.
It's like selling candy to a baby. This isn't a struggle, but like, I mentioned with BioClean, when we meet with people, I have to be honest. Is this going to work for you?
Sure.
And there's different kinds of branding that we do. So
you're honest about that.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of companies we meet with, and I'm like, well, I'm not sure that we would get you what you need to do,
Yeah, sure.
So that's just finding the right fit. And I think the biggest struggle that I really feel we've overcome was that feeling of, are these guys going to be here? Because, you want to I want to bring people in. I want them to come back year after year.
Because 3 years is still new.
3 years is still new. Yeah. And I'm, I'll be candid. Our first 2 years, we didn't have the best win-loss record. And we're spending that time trying to make sure that people wanted us here.
Yeah.
And we realized very quickly that people were very excited about it. So,
right.
But it was a little bit of struggle. I've had a lot of people that said, hey, look, we love what you're doing. Some pretty big brands that I've gone far down the road with.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, we love what you're doing. We would like to see, make sure you're going to stay.
Yes.
After we kind of planted our stake in the ground on the new facility there, and as the signs are going to start to come up and that kind of thing, I think people are starting to realize that we're here for good.
Are you seeing more and more, like you said, people are answering your calls now?
Well, people are calling me.
Good.
Yeah, and so that's never.
Amazing.
I mean, I shouldn't say that's never happened, but that's not uncommon.
Yeah.
So after our game opener, I had 3 people call and say, how can we get involved?
How do you transition that? Like, I know people, and I know you guys too, you're focused on win and losing and wins, right? That's what sports is.
Yeah.
But you really have to shift that focus to like the experience.
Well,
so what is the experience you're giving? Besides, I know family fun.
No, it's so funny you said that. Of course we want to have a winning team and we'd love to go and win the Arena Bowl. But it's funny. We had a consultant come in and he was saying a lot of times if you were to survey someone and say, hey, what'd you think of the game last week? Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, we had fun. It was great. This, that, and the other thing. And they're like, do you remember who won? And they're like, no.
Yes, that's so true.
Do you remember who we played?
I'm
no.
one of those.
I remember my kid threw a ball and he made it in a net and he made $300. I remember that my nephew caught a ball. Yeah. I remember that they got autographs. So that's really it. We teamed up with Sam's Cats and Dogs, and they're going to have a corgi race for us.
When's that?
I'm not sure because we're doing the preliminaries sometime next 2 weeks. So I think it's going to be June 20th, but don't hold me to that.
Well, look on the website for that.
Right.
That's going to be really popular.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really more about entertainment. There's a great organization I think a lot of people will be familiar with called the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, yes.
Just crazy. And it really is. They play baseball, but it's really not for them. It's not about the baseball. It's just about the experience.
They do the dancing.
Ours is about the football. We are serious. Our fans, they want us to put a good team out. We want to win an Arena Bowl and bring it back to Everett. Mm-hmm. But we really have seen the evolution of entertainment,
of sports entertainment,
of engaging with kids, of getting. We have youth football, of getting teams out on the field. We had the Archbishop Murphy High School State Championship football team come out on the field in our opening game to celebrate their victory. We do the camps. We'll be doing camps for Toledo Boys and Girls Club. We had the YMCA so this all these people just getting to see fun things, new things they didn't expect. Parachutes falling out of the sky with gift cards and
oh my gosh,
people winning.
I need to go do that.
People winning gift baskets, groups and sections. So we're always and I think every game there's a new surprise. So
yes, I mean, so for the only 3 years, I mean, you guys are doing such amazing growth in the 3 years that and I know the stadium's not packed, but it's getting there.
Yes,
do you feel that?
We do, and even the Silvertips, my hats are off to them. They have such a great organization.
They do. They're hot
and
right
they're killing it. And go Tips. And they'll get to the point, especially as they're moving in on the playoffs, where they sell off. But and we know that's going to be a process to get to that. And so our goal right now is we want to pack the lower bowl, which we were getting close to.
Good.
And then as we convert more and more believers, we'd like to flow it up.
We're going to convert them.
And one day we're going to sell out that arena.
We're converting them. We're going to convert.
But when you get that lower bowl, it is a great energy in the arena. So that's what we aspire to. Yeah.
Good. But in your opinion, what are the misconceptions that people have for sports partnerships, arena football? What are you seeing?
What are the misconceptions that
we want to squash right now?
God, that is a great question.
We want to squash it right now.
I mean, I guess maybe I've mentioned earlier, one of the misconceptions is maybe we're not going to be around. Okay. I want to squash that. We are.
Yes.
We've come
here to stay.
We've come too far.
Yeah, I know you come too far. We're not turning back, John.
I was telling you
after this purchase. So.
We bought a new field because we had sort of an older field that we brought into test market.
Yes,
we brought in a new field, which looked really cool.
Yes.
But the Silvertips were in the playoffs, so we only had 11 hours to install.
So talk about that, because this was last weekend or the weekend before?
This was the opening weekend. Brand new field we never installed.
Yes.
And we had to come in at 2 a.m. I was there.
Yeah.
I'm the VP.
John was on his hands and knees.
On my hands and knees for like 11 hours with one of the primary owners, Kelly Fahey, right next to me. He had a solid general out there, and we're just trying to get this field laid in. And it's kickoff at 2 o'clock. And it was...
So 2 a.m. you can be in there, 2 p.m.'s kickoff, and you have
we
no
have
field.
That much time to get the field down in.
My gosh.
And at 1:30, I'm like, it's going to be tight. But what I kept saying we have some great interns and great employees, and everyone's committed and volunteers. And I was like, you guys, we have come too far to not kick off in 1 half hour.
Cancel
and it
opening
was,
game.
And it was just an absolute, battle on the field.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
And that's how I feel about the whole organization. They caught a tiger by the tail when they agreed to do this. I don't think they really understood, what it takes to do it early on. The Angels of the Wind Arena is a fantastic venue. It's pricey.
Yes.
So it's a huge commitment. It's a huge commitment to bring these players up. We house them for 6 months, and we feed them for 6 months, and we pay them to be here. And so there's a lot that goes into it. And
to say opening day's not happening, guys, like, can you imagine?
Not so much. So I use that as an analogy for the whole organization.
Exactly.
We have put blood,
you
sweat,
guys came
tears,
together
to get this
on that day
team
too.
Together. Yeah,
and to make it happen.
And we've come too far.
Which you're going to do all.
And we're going farther. So
right.
Yeah. So there's your misconception.
That is a great story. I'm glad you brought it up when you were telling me this earlier. I'm like, don't talk about it. I want to talk about it on air.
No, I love it. There's it's still got an all hands on deck. Startup kind of a vibe. And, my job is corporate partnerships and community outreach, but it is,
no one would have never known.
I'm out there putting stickers on the dasher pads for our partners. I'm out there laying the field. I'm out there interviewing the players and trying to spread the word.
And that's how everyone you would say right now in the organization, people
are passionate about this. And I think that makes it fun, really fun. The team we work with, it's so much fun.
I feel that right now from you too.
When you're exhausted and you're just looking at each other, shaking your head, and you're kind of laughing, but you also kind of want to cry. Like, oh. And it's fun. 100 bad days make 100 good stories.
That's business,
that's
man.
Business,
that's what it is.
Yeah, you know more than anyone, right?
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
I don't know why I get happy when people are like, you feel my pain. I love it. No.
I guess it's not that misery loves company. It is. It's kindred spirits.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. You're doing whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that. So what are the biggest opportunities right now that the Wolfpack's growing? What do you think are the biggest?
Well, one of the things I'm really excited about, I should say, is we entered into a joint venture with Fox 13 Plus. So this is the first year that we are actually televised. All of our games are televised locally.
Stop.
Which is, it gives us, I think there's a lot of cash.
Did you talk about this at the chamber?
I think I did,
okay,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But so I think that gives us a lot of cachet, and it's given us a real opportunity.
Like, whoa, big time vibes here.
We've had an awareness problem, I think, from the beginning. When they first set out to do the arena, or to do the arena league and joined it, they did everything to get the team together. And the piece they missed was letting people know that we were here. So that's how I got involved the first year. They came to me because
They came to you. That's my question.
I had a lot of media contacts and had worked, especially locally. So I knew a lot
John.
of people. Well, and full disclosure, one of the primary owners is my cousin and best friend growing up. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for
who was it?
Is Kelly Fahey.
Is Kelly?
Yeah. So
there's heart in there.
I caught the flavor of his vision for better or for worse, and so that's why they brought me on, and we were really behind the curve. And so for the first 2 years, it's really an awareness. And we have been moving heaven and earth to just let people know that we're out there.
Yeah.
And even to let people know what arena football is.
Right.
That it's legit. It's not,
coming.
It's not a bunch of drunk guys intramural football out on a muddy field.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So the opportunity is, I guess, that's a huge opportunity for us. We were really surprised by the amount of viewers that we got on our first broadcast.
Really?
Yeah, we doubled what we had
Can you
expected.
say what channel it's on?
It's on Q13 Plus. So
Plus.
Q13 they have their sister channel.
Yeah.
And it's you can just search up Washington Wolfpack,
oh
and
my gosh.
We'll be live broadcasting our away game against the Nashville Cats this weekend.
Okay,
and then
I'm watching.
Back in town. Yeah,
you all have to watch. Yes, Q13 Plus.
Well, when you're back in town, you'll have to come out to the arena. Way better experience. But if you can't make it, then we got you covered too.
So, how does that partnership look like with Fox? I mean, they just came to you and said, "Hey, you signed a contract," and then
there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. They joint ventured with us, so they broadcast us, and then we work. I get to put a lot of my partners on the broadcast and get them some television exposure, and then they have their groups that they put on there, and so that's really it. It's sort of a nice symbiotic relationship. We provide the entertainment, they provide the broadcasting
obviously
venue.
They saw something big here.
I think
come on, that's great.
We had just a really great meeting. Those guys are so much fun, and Fox 13 has been actually. I shouldn't single out one. You're not supposed to.
Yeah,
there really has been a lot of media support from us for all the kind of local names that the King Fives, the Como Fours, and so that's all helpful. This kind of helping us spread the good word.
Yeah.
But being on Fox 13 Plus, I think for us, I use that word cachet.
Yeah.
It kind of, it's kind of fun to be able to tune in.
Well, now you're on BioClean Unfiltered.
And now we're on BioClean Unfiltered. So, now you've really made it, I've been waiting for 2 years for the invite. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you see the Washington Wolfpack in the next 3 to 5 years?
I think, like you said, we're very realistic. It's a process. It grows. So I'd like to see us pack the lower bowl. I'd like to see us open up the upper bowl. I'd like to see us, we only have 6 home games. Yes. And so it is short season,
right?
compared to I think compared to
what's the season, if you can say what?
So our opening game was just on the 12th of April. And then our final game, our Happy Birthday America game, is on July 3rd.
Okay.
And then when we make the playoffs, we will continue through July, and then right around August 1st will be when we win the Arena Bowl.
So it's a short season.
Yeah.
It's a packed short season.
I guess from April to July. So what's that? 3.5 months. So
okay.
Yeah, it's about right. There's 12 total games in the season.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
With a bye week.
Don't listen to me, guys. I don't know anything about sports. So.
No. So it's about, it's not the NFL. I think there's 18 total games there or something
there
like that.
Is more,
so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you see arena football growing in the U.S.? I mean, right now. I know it's getting popular.
Yeah. I think what we would like to do is some of the kind of the marquee teams that folded during the COVID, they never came back, which is really unfortunate. And so if we can grow it back to where it was kind of, prior to that, and I see us getting there, and that was their high water mark. So I could see us being back and really in the forefront of people's minds. We sync up the season by design so that you go through the NFL season where all the football fans like myself, are really engaged. Then you hit Super Bowl, and then we have a little gap there, and you start to feel a little hungry for some football.
Yeah,
and so we want to be that solution.
When it ends, then NFL's back.
And then the NFL's back. So we time it up right. And there is there's a lot of room here. I
You're
think,
right about that, because Josh was saying it's another football because he gets so sad.
Yeah, I know.
When the season ends.
I had a long talk with Josh.
Yeah,
I'm like,
now he's all excited.
I got the answer for you.
Yeah.
But no, I would say where I think there's a lot of opportunity. It's big for me. I felt it. It really became a struggle to get kids off their screens. And so I really think that there's an area here where you can get these kids out to see this, and they catch it. They catch the fever, and they say, we want to come back, and we come back. And it gives them something
they just
to
need to
look
go
at.
to one game, and then they'll want to come back.
So I think that's maybe a unique, sort of a unique moment in time for us, because I think this is really an issue. And then
I think agree with that.
When we talk about not to get too out there and existential, but it's just, there's so many changes with all AI, and you're like, well, what jobs are there going to be, or what are people going to do?
That's a good topic.
When your robot is doing your gardening for you, what are you going to do?
But like Josh and I had talked about that, like sports back in the day was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like going to an old football game in the Kingdom even was like, my God, like we made it. We could afford this.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to say, I went to my first football game in the Kingdom in 1977.
Yeah.
Don't do the math.
No.
And it's so interesting. So I'll do the math for you. I was 7.
Yeah. Okay.
And I went with my dad. I didn't know.
I was 1, so I am a 1970s girl. I know.
Edit that out. No, but I didn't know at the time. In my mind, we were showing that. I thought they were like the Chicago Bears or the Steelers who had been forever. I didn't know they were a year old.
Yeah.
And I remember, the roar of the crowd coming up in the Kingdom. And I thought, when I heard it, I thought a plane was flying over.
Josh was like, back then we were okay with peeing in the truffle.
Yeah, right, exactly. And and my dad took me, and it was kind of a core memory. I mean, that's not many things you remember when you're 7, but I remember that.
But
And I also remember, we actually got to kind of go down through the walkway, and we got to see and interact a little bit with the team.
Oh,
the NFL was kind of like that, and no shade against the NFL. They are. It is amazing. Knowing what I know now, it is amazing what they do. But this is kind of a neat way to really interact with the team, really feel like you're a part of what's going on the field. Having interactive events during the game where we have this ball toss we do. So, excuse me. So it feels a little bit like the NFL in the 70s to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing to sell.
And it's a good thing to sell. It's a good thing for parents to know that and to get their kids off the couch, off the screens.
Maybe inspired to do sports instead of
inspiring them to do sports. And sports brings people together, and it's just nothing can come out of watching us, unless you're really passionate about it.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, sports has always been, which is why it's so popular, like you said, in America. It's everyone loves watching sports.
Yeah, it's something that
and
people
we need to keep doing that with our children.
It's kind of weird in a way.
Yeah.
You have your team, and then like a lot of the team members leave, and they come back and it's a different team, and but people get behind the whole organization, and they unite about it. They talk about it. They get together to watch it and get excited about it, or sometimes get grumpy about it.
Yeah. Well, you get over it.
And so, but
it's always a positive experience, I feel like.
Yeah.
And so I think that sports, especially with what you guys are doing, is bringing that back again, that feeling of community and engagement.
And things to, things to do locally.
Yes.
So, you don't have to draw, we draw fans from, we draw our fans from a little bit south of the Snohomish County line. I think maybe like Shoreline and Northgate, but then we draw a lot of fans all the way up from Bellingham.
Yeah.
So,
we've booked our tickets out. Josh is not taking me in a lot of them, but he's with friends from Tacoma, Puyallup area that are excited to watch an arena football team because they've never seen an arena football game.
Yeah.
And there's an actual team here in Washington.
It is a different, the NFL is fun and it's exciting. It is a different experience, though. It is fast paced. Just high octane.
I'm excited to watch my Spurs. Yeah. Yes. So I just want to ask you too, personally, John, what drives you personally in your role with the Wolfpack?
I drank the Kool-Aid early.
You did.
I think.
I want to hear more about that.
But you had mentioned my Vacation Angel Network is I had spent a lot of time in my life as a institutional bond trader. So I was selling large chunks of bonds and buying large chunks of bonds
like corporate
from
world?
banks and insurance companies.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of fulfillment you get out of that. You do your job, they cut your paycheck, they wipe the slate clean, and then you do it the next month, and you're providing liquidity to banks, and you kind of look at the world and you're like, oh, you're welcome for. So early on into doing that, I just had the sense of like, I'm not giving back much. So I had created an organization called the Vacation Angel Network, which is a really feel good thing, and was so gratifying to do that. So when they came to me, and they brought me on just because I had a little bit of expertise that was helpful for them, and a background in sales later, which is and working with corporations. But the whole corporate culture was just, this is to give back. This is to build something cool and give back. So that's why I'm involved in it.
So that's personally your.
I'm at a point in my life where I wouldn't probably do something that didn't have that component.
Oh, I know. I feel
this,
that.
And this organization has not disappointed. We get to do some really cool things and help out families. I totally understand. I feel like we make a difference in kids' lives.
Don't you love that?
I do. Well, I do.
It kind of makes you obsessed. Like you want that good feeling, right? Whatever you're doing.
And you could stop and go, well, I'm running around and talking to everybody and doing everything just so a bunch of 20-something guys can throw a ball around a field in front of a group of people. But it is that's 20%.
Way more than
20% of what we do.
That's like not even close. Yeah.
And then I grew up in Edmonds.
Yeah.
And then got pulled away and back, and kind of I live down in Seattle now, but I spend all my time back up here in Skagit County, in Snohomish County, all the way up in Whatcom County.
It's kind of like you're preaching the mission.
And it's a renewed love affair because this is the best place to grow up ever, and I just love kind of reconnecting with this area and building something. So you grew up
in Edmonds.
I grew up in Edmonds. Yep.
But you know the area. Edmonds is not far.
Oh no, it's just right over
there.
Right down there in the water, and so I spent all my time up here growing up, and
it is a great place to.
It's fun to see it change.
Up.
When I was a kid, Everett had the big kind of the pulp mill there, and it had a little bit of that aroma.
Yeah, that's not the
Tacoma aroma.
That's why I cleaned with.
And so and just to see how it is now, the downtown is it's a cool downtown. It's Americana.
I guess that's age, right? You just love the evolving of everything's evolving.
Age is weird. One day you start noticing architecture,
like you appreciate things more,
and you start thinking birds are interesting.
I know. Oh my gosh, you sound like Josh.
I don't know what that is. One day you're like, oh my God, the snow geese are back.
Birds and plants.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I want to know, what's one lesson you've learned that changed how you approach in business? Like, what have you learned?
In business in general.
Or
no, I'll tell you.
Lesson you've learned?
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I think I say this from time to time, like especially lately, last 10 years or whatever. There's been a real sort of a cynical feel across America, really polarized, and you would get the sense that everybody dislikes each other.
I know, you're right.
And I noticed this in the Vacation Angel Network, and then rolling into this thing, that's just what you see on TV, and that's what you hear. But when you really get out and you're around people, it is not that at all. People are very much excited to be together. They're very much excited to help each other out, to kind of uplift people, to build communities. You wouldn't get that sense.
People need to go out more and communicate
and communicate.
Do your one-on-ones with people. Talk to the people's faces now more often, so you could feel that.
Yeah, and the support we get from people, people who are, I was talking about. I got a guy who came up. He's like, "Hey, I will donate and install an HVAC heat pump." If you find the people, just unsolicited acts of kindness all the time. I see it all the time. And I think that's what I've kind of learned. Wow. It's not cutthroat capitalism. It's, people trying to work together to build cool stuff.
Yeah.
People selling, people who are doing honest, hard work. That's what they're selling. They're not, they're not calling you up and trying to get your bank account number from some foreign country. Even though
some people do that, but I do find
salt of the earth. That's what I would
salt
say.
Of the earth. Yeah. I do find lately though, in the community, this community, especially that I've grown to know, that people really they want to build the community. They're passionate about it. They're passionate about their neighbors, which I've seen, which is amazing.
I agree.
I know we're talking about, people don't get out of their house. There's some that don't, but that don't know. Like they just don't know what it is, right? And I feel like if you go to a Wolfpack game, if you go to any event out on the waterfront, you'll feel that. Right. You'll feel that here, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is lost sometimes. And we do need to engage a little bit more.
And get out and about. Yeah.
Get out and go to a game.
And go out and go to a game.
Go to a concert.
Go to a restaurant.
Go to there's so many great restaurants. After a game, go to a restaurant.
Go to a brewery that has Washington Wolfpack beer.
Yeah.
It's called Unique Brewery.
Where's that at?
It's up in Everett on Everett Mall Way.
There you go.
It's another one of these. It's these perfect.
Is there Wolfpack beer in there?
We do. They have our signature Wolfpack beer. It's crafted specifically for us.
And it has Wolfpack on that.
It's a little bit hoppy. It's called the beer with bite.
I have to tell you, your logo is.
Isn't that cool?
Sick.
I know. I think it's one of the coolest ones out there.
Whoever did that, Josh even has a hat. He wears it all the time.
Yeah. No, it was me. It took me about an hour and a half.
Was it? No.
I had the whole crayon set, making sure we had every color, and I thought it came out good.
I'm global, just so you know.
It was not me.
It is sick. It is
cool?
a great logo.
Yeah, I love it.
And when you see it, people are like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
love that.
And so now the whole thing is we have to have people see it, see the Washington Wolfpack, and they need to
though.
know that this is professional arena football.
Yes,
so that's the goal.
A beer. Gosh, so many things.
Now that I've been on your podcast, I mean, it's
sold out.
Household name across coast to coast.
Sold out now.
Yeah, exactly.
We do need to get a T-shirt. Josh did ask for one. So.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Well, season ticket holders, you guys get one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're entitled.
We missed it. I think we missed it.
Oh, okay.
To get it, but
all right.
I'll
email you and get that taken care of for you. Yeah,
you're the best.
Because also we want you out there as the billboard.
We do.
Yes.
That'd be awesome. I have some rapid fire questions. Okay. It's only one word answers. So
one word answers.
And I'm just randomly going to ask you these questions.
Can I have 4 word answers?
You can, I guess, right. But it's we're going to do fun ones too.
All right.
Okay, one word to describe the Washington Wolfpack.
Awesome.
Coffee or energy drinks on game day?
Coffee for me. 100%.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. What's favorite hype song before kickoff?
We have it's called Rise of the Wolfpack.
Is your own?
It's our own song.
You even have your own song.
I wrote it.
You did?
No.
Oh.
No. But it's good.
Here we go again.
No, I'm sorry. It's really
Rhea,
good.
The gullible.
It's Rise of the Wolfpack.
Who's the funniest guy on the team?
The funniest guy on the team, Big Mo. Yeah, Mohammed. He's funny.
Home game or away games?
Home
God,
game.
Hello.
Yeah.
That was a dumb
home
question.
Game, yeah.
Toughest opponent you faced?
That we have faced? Well, it's the Oregon Lightning so far because we've only tasted one.
Oh, okay.
But I think it will be. We play the Arena Bowl champions in our next home game, which is May 2nd,
and that's
and they won the Arena, and that will be probably the toughest team.
Who's the team?
It's the Albany Firebirds.
Albany, New York.
No, Albany, New York, heading out here.
Okay.
To get schooled.
Oh my gosh.
I hope.
What does it mean to represent Washington on the field? One word. That's a hard one.
No, proud. I love Washington. I am dyed in the wool Pacific Northwest guy, and I have a little bit of pride being out there. Yeah.
One word, biggest lesson sports has taught you.
Dedication. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that. Mm-hmm. One habit that's made you more successful.
Okay. List making. Ugh. Is that one word?
List. No, but that's a good one.
Yeah. If I don't have the list,
you forget.
Yeah. It's just got to be check.
Biggest lesson sports has taught. Oh wait, I already asked you that.
Yeah.
How do you handle pressure in big games? Your team, how do they handle it?
How does the team handle pressure? With training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys, sorry, this is beyond the questions. Do you guys have training on that? How to handle pressure, how to handle the stress?
For the team?
Yes.
Well, I think with the training, they are regimented. They just, they work and drill and train so that whatever situation comes at them, they're ready to go. If it's special teams, if it's defense, if it's offense, if it's goal line stand, they already know their role.
Yeah.
So training.
So to end this, what would you like to tell people about the Wolfpack? What can we expect, or what do you want them to know?
I want them to know that we exist.
Okay.
Yeah. But more than anything, I want people to know, I would say you wouldn't even have to be a football fan to have a fantastic time at these shows. And if you have kids and you maybe remember growing up and you get the Christmas present for your kid and then they're trying to assemble the stupid Legos and they start crying and you're tearing your hair out because I spent money to upset my kid. This is a situation where we have just it's great value. It's affordable, and when you bring your family and your kids there, they're gonna have fun. They're gonna be excited. They're gonna they're gonna want you to come back. And when they want you to come back, you'll be able to afford to come back. So we are working our tails off to put together a fun, family engaging show that people really enjoy. That's what I'd like people to know. I can't
wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can we buy tickets?
Okay, go right to the WashingtonWolfpack.com. We have a link there that'll take you through Ticketmaster, or you can buy direct. And it'll have our whole schedule, so you can pick what. It'll tell you what our theme is for each game. We do lots of different themes throughout the year.
Yeah. And then I know we talked about corporate sponsorships, but you do a lot. Do you do that for companies as far as not corporate sponsorships, but seats for big parties?
We 100%. So we have a great group ticket sales initiative. So if you're and it doesn't take much, if you have a company with 6, 10, 12 people, all the way up to Amazon, if you're listening.
Yeah. You never know.
We do great group ticket packages where we bring you together. We get you all to sit together. So it's kind of a fun team building event. And we'll do a shout out for you in the arena. Thanking you guys for coming out and helping to support the pack.
Okay.
So
Okay, great.
So if you're looking for team building or even a way to build your brand that also gets you some cool entertainment,
sure.
Hit me up. You can track me down on the website as well.
On the website, you're on the website.
And I will show up at your door. You'll hang up the phone and you'll hear the doorbell ring.
Yeah, good.
That's how quickly I'll be there. Yeah, I will stand on my head to sell you a ticket. So
I love it. Yeah. Well, I'm so happy you came on. I hope people hear this and listen to this and want to go to a game now, because I think that they're going to miss out if they don't this season. It's going to be big. So thanks, John, for coming on.
Get out and check us out. And thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks.